6 months ago, I found myself trapped in a daily routine that was slowly but surely destroying me. Each day passed in a blur, leaving me feeling unaccomplished and frustrated. I knew something had to change, so I made the bold decision to rebuild my life from scratch. However, I soon discovered that my initial attempts were met with failure. But then I stumbled upon a 4-step framework that transformed my approach to habits and rewired my brain in just 30 days. This framework works flawlessly, provided you avoid one critical mistake. I'm not a productivity guru. I'm just someone who was tired of feeling like I was wasting my days. I set a rule for myself. I would commit to this experiment for 30 days. If it didn't work, I would accept my fate as a professional couch potato. To truly understand how this experiment changed my life, I need to share 3 seemingly random objects that became the keys to hacking my behavior. Let's dive into this transformative journey. Days 1 to 5. The power of motivation. The first 5 days of my experiment were surprisingly easy. Motivation is a powerful drug that can propel you into action. The first 2 steps of the framework, make it obvious and make it attractive, are essential. You need a cue to trigger the habit and a craving to make you want to engage in it. During this phase, I set clear cues for my habits. For example, I placed my running shoes by the door, making them impossible to ignore. I also created an attractive environment by preparing a playlist of energizing music to listen to while exercising. This combination of cues and cravings helped me maintain my momentum. Day 7. The myth of willpower. However, by day 7, the motivation began to wane. I found myself staring at my running shoes, but my brain was screaming for cheap dopamine, instant gratification that came from scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV shows. I quickly realized that willpower is a myth. Relying on it is like bringing a water pistol to a house fire. This realization led to my first mini reveal. Environment design beats willpower every single time. Instead of trying harder to resist distractions, I needed to make my bad habits invisible. I unplugged my TV and hid the remote in another room. Suddenly, the friction of being lazy was higher than the friction of being productive. Day 14. Embracing chaos. Things escalated around day 14. Life became chaotic as deadlines piled up, and my brain actively tried to sabotage my new routines. The third step, make it easy, focuses on the response phase of habit formation. However, nothing felt easy during this time. I fell into the all-or-nothing mindset, convincing myself that if I couldn't do a full-hour workout, I wouldn't do it at all. This mindset threatened to derail my entire experiment. I needed a circuit breaker to shift my perspective. This brought me to my second mini reveal, the art of downscaling. Instead of fixating on completing a full workout, I focused on the small action of simply putting on my shoes. Instead of reading an entire chapter, I concentrated on just opening the book. By shrinking the hurdle, I made it impossible to trip over. Day 19. The importance of rewards. As I approached day 19, I faced significant challenges. I got a flat tire, it poured rain, and I had a massive argument with a client. I felt completely drained and didn't accomplish a single habit that day. The microscopic mistake I had warned you about at the beginning? It's shame. When you miss a day, your brain tells you that the experiment is ruined, leading you to believe you might as well quit entirely. But I remembered the golden rule of habit building: never miss twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit, deploying the 3 weird things. It was time to deploy the 3 weird objects that had become my lifelines. First, I set a 7:14 a.m. alarm, but this wasn't a wake-up alarm. This was my habit stack anchor. The sound of the alarm meant I had to write down 3 goals for the day while sipping my morning coffee. Tying a new habit to a highly specific existing habit made it feel automatic. Second, I used paper clips as my visual proof for step 4. Make it satisfying. Every time I completed a tough habit, I moved one paperclip to an empty jar. Seeing that visual progress provided my brain with the immediate dopamine hit it craved, reinforcing my commitment to the new habits. Finally, I introduced a 2-minute timer. On that challenging day 19, when I was ready to quit, I set the timer for just 2 minutes. I told myself I only had to do the habit until the timer rang. 2 minutes of reading, 2 minutes of stretching. Once I started, the friction vanished, and I was able to break the paralysis that had set in. Building better habits isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared for when you aren't. This shift in perspective was crucial for my success. I learned that it's okay to have off days, as long as I don't let them derail my entire journey. If this shift in perspective resonates with you, consider joining the community at NexLearnAnimations. We are dedicated to helping each other get just 1% better every day, and I would love for you to be a part of it. As I reflect on this journey, I realize that the path to transformation is filled with ups and downs. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about making consistent progress. Remember, every small step counts. See you next week.